Welcome to Book Buddies, episode 69. Today we are reading to Space and Beyond.
I'm Aaron, and I read The Sea of Tranquility.
I'm Matt, and I read The Martian.
I'm Ellie, and I read the three body problem.
I am Hadley, and I also read the Three Body Problem. Would anyone recommend their book to a friend, or is it one of those things where it's like, because it's science fiction, it's hard to get someone to read it?
I would definitely recommend The Martian to anybody. The movie obviously is very popular and did very well. I think the book is way better than the movie, which is usually the case. But like in this scenario, the movie was really good, and the book was 10 times better in my opinion. So yeah, sci-fi can be tough to get into, but I would still very much recommend it.
Netflix is turning the book Three Body Problem into a upcoming series on Netflix. Do you think it's going to give the book justice, or do you think it's going to be hard?
I think it's a turn the sci-fi book to the real to a series or movie. That's a really hard process because you don't know how to show the audiences. How to show the audiences is a very amazing things. And but Netflix, I think they could do it because I think American is very good at to producing the sci-fi some movies. I think it's gonna be good.
I don't remember his name, but basically there's like a time traveler character, and he like grows a lot in the course of the book because of like what happens to him. And like I'm not gonna spoil it in case like people that are watching this want to read it, but it gets really cool to see how he grows because it's like over a normal story it'd be like maybe like a few months or something, but this book is like playing with the idea of time, so you get to see him grow really quickly.
For me, it's probably the main character. He obviously you spend most of the book with him, and you're just kind of like one-on-one time because he's by himself on Mars. But like my favorite parts of him are like when he's messaging like back home or anything like that. Like he's very sarcastic, and a lot of the humor they leave out of the movie, but there's a lot of like he's pretty funny in the book. So I like a lot of that.
If I choose, maybe I choose Yevenji. Because I know if I was her, I experienced a lot of tragic in my life. I can do the same choice.
She was a badass. No, she's also
other alien races and invade the Earth, destroy the
There's a really funny character. I was not expecting there to be funny characters like this, but there's like a cop, and he's investigating what's happening. He's like a military dude, and one of his quotes is, "I'm a simple man without a lot of complicated twisted turns. Look down my throat and you can see out my ass."
Oh yeah, I know that.
He's like a really blunt character, and he's like an asshole at first. When you get to know him more, you're like, I respect you. And I was liking the characters a lot more than I thought it would. But I feel like that quote really shows a different side of the book in science fiction as well that people don't really see. Anyone else get anything from their book besides existential dread?
I mean, mine was mostly about that, and also kind of just like, living your life to the most. So like, I think that's kind of like broad, but like, I like stories that make you kind of rethink your like what you're doing and how much you appreciate where you are. So I thought that was kind of cool to be able to reflect on that.
I mean, in mine, I kind of like the attitude of like the whole point is that just there's no problem that's too big to solve, obviously. And just, I mean, obviously, most problems don't require you. In the book, he has to basically use his own crap to grow potatoes to eat for 3 years or whatever it is. But just, there's ways to get around everything. And I just, that's always important to take away.
I think the core of this story is to talk about the human nature. It's like in China, everyone knows the lines that is saying is that human was born with good nature, but I don't think so.
Well, you don't think there's good nature in everyone?
I think like human is with a evil nature. The nature is evil, but they just to study to concentrate to restrict this evil nature. We have to do that.
It's like a mystery about like these the what brings together these different time periods. So like there's one in like the 18th century and there's one in like modern times and then there's one in like the near future. And so like you're trying to figure out along with these multiple characters like why their stories are connected in this one book.
For mine, I would just sell it as like it's obviously a really well written science fiction book, but it kind of has something for everybody, and it's not too over the top. I think it's a concept that everybody can kind of understand and get intrigued in and get interested in.